Chronological Bible in a Year, day 304. I want to focus on the end of Mark 10 today. As Jesus is approaching Judea, he's speaking more plainly about his pending death than ever before to the disciples. And on this journey, the two brothers, James and John, the sons of Zebedee, come running up to Jesus, and they ask to sit on his right and his left when he comes into his glory. And he's like, dude, you guys don't understand what you're asking. He explains that what he's walking through, what he's being baptized into, it's not an easy thing to carry. He's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. That's something that we cannot carry, but we don't need to because he carried it for us. And then he entirely flips the way that we should see the world on its head. Calling all the disciples to himself, he says in verse 42, "You know that those who are recognized as rulers over the Gentiles domineer over them, and their people in high positions exercise authority over them. But it is not this way among you. Rather, whoever wants to become prominent among you shall be your servant. Whoever wants to be first among you shall be slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many." Too many Christians today care far too much about getting power, be it socially, politically, economically, in their own relational venues. That's not what we're called to do as Christians. We're called to serve. When you look at the advancement of the faith throughout the early Roman Empire and beyond, it wasn't by controlling the public square, but rather enduring hardship with devotion and conviction. Now, I would argue, fortunately, times have changed, and Christians are no longer persecuted and tortured the way they once were. So what do we do about this? Well, we look for arenas to serve. Whether that be helping out those less fortunate in your area, whether it be serving within the church, whether it be helping your friends or family or your neighbors, find ways to sacrifice of self to bless others. And you don't do so because you think that saves you. Ephesians 2 is clear, we're not saved by works. But that same passage is clear that God has prepared things for us to do, having been saved. So how can we be servants of all, emulating the fact that Jesus himself, the Son of Man, did not come to be served, but to serve? This doesn't mean you're a doormat, but it also means you're not trying to force authority, but it's through your service that you will win souls. That requires rebuking those souls, correcting those souls, training those souls, but in the midst of serving those souls. Let's serve like Jesus served today. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next, but until then, God bless.